Hi, so I was thinking about stress and how we deal with stress and trying to get some ways across of how we can deal with this rather than just sort of plodding through and letting all the stuff in life pile up and just us just feeling more and more frazzled. So there's really only three ways that we can deal with stress, and one is building our mental capacity, building our mental resilience, building our stress buckets, right? And we can do that by doing things like breathing exercises, Tai Chi, Qigong, zonal exercises, Kundalini yoga. We can do meditation, different types of meditation, guided meditation, unguided meditation, visualizations, body scanning, mantra-based meditation. There's many different kinds. So this is an example of ways that we can build our stress buckets. It doesn't really remove any of the sources of stress from our life or change how we handle the stress. It just builds our capacity. The second thing we can do is remove the direct sources of stress from our life, but that's quite difficult to do in places like Singapore, Hong Kong, Tokyo, busy cities, London, New York, where there's a lot of pressures of life, work pressures, financial pressures, relationship pressures with our spouses or our kids, pressures with worried about our health. So it's quite difficult to remove those sources. We can't all kind of move to Tuscany and retire on a biodynamic vineyard. Well, not yet anyway, maybe. But and then the third thing is really directly dealing with the sources of stress, over a conversation, right? So maybe that's with a psychiatrist or a psychologist, or what we prefer obviously is coaching. And the difference between those three avenues, maybe a psychiatrist is more likely to dispense medical drugs in response to a problem. A psychologist may, have a conversation and start off by saying, so tell me about the relationship with your mother, something like that. But coaching is really not about sort of, or good life coaching, lifestyle coaching, focusing on stress management, emotional stress, is really about helping, you have your answers already. They're just buried there in your subconscious, and a good coach is just a perfect mirror to you to help sort of tease out those answers and help you find your own solutions. And that's really the most effective way, because when you find your own solutions and they work, then we're really having a cognitive mind shift, and you're empowering someone to really help themselves when they're on their own in the future. And that's really what you want people to do, is sort of help point them in the right direction and sort of wind them up and set them out into the big wide world they will equip. So we really find that the most effective method for dealing with stress. I mean, because even the first two, like building your mental resilience, it builds your stress buckets. It doesn't actually change how you react to stressful situations. It just means you've got more capacity to handle them. And likewise, removing the direct sources of stress from your life, yeah, that's great. But still, some stressful situations may be more stressful to others. It's not going to change. It's not going to affect. Removing the source of stress is not going to change how you necessarily would react. It just means you're not going to, because it's not there. So what we really want to do is exercise the mind, so we have a different attitude towards life. And just like we need to exercise the body physically, otherwise you're not going to get a change. And we need to exercise the mind. And the best time to exercise the mind or train the mind is actually not when we're massively stressed, but when we're feeling a bit calmer. Because when we're a bit calmer, it's much easier to get the right thought processes in place. So when we go through a period of stress, we're much better equipped to handle it. Same with physical activity. When's the best time to train for running away from a lion? Right there and then, when you're running away from the lion, or 2 years ago. So, and then 2 years of training, so when the lion turns up, you're ready to go and get up that tree as fast as you can. So that's what I wanted to talk about. And until you've tried all three of those things, reducing the capacity, removing the direct sources, and working with a coach. Unless you've tried all those three things, you don't know what's going to work best for you. And obviously, it's best to try all three because you don't know. And if if all three of those look too difficult, like, oh, I just can't handle that or that or that at the moment, then actually you need the bonus, which is the fourth option, which is basically just a cuddle. And preferably not a sweaty cuddle from me after I've just finished exercising, but a cuddle from someone. Calm down, relax, and then think about what to do. All right, cheers, bye.